Greetings, subjects.
Happy Halloween, bubs. And welcome to Daedra and Deathclaws.
Moo. Moo for me. Moo louder.
Moo
Hot.
often.
I'm into it.
Oh boy.
I'm in utter amazement.
I don't have a black cat, but I have a puppy that I made a costume for, which was a black widow. Because that's the time that I had. I'm Kiki.
So, our dear friend Gislad has fallen
Our
in
dear
battle.
employer.
Your dear employer.
And so the party is down to 2 Dragonborn. Only one who hasn't been born, died and reincarnated. The party has just left the ruins below with the 2 halves of Gislad's remains.
We
I
had
forgot that part.
we had come up the stairs and went, damn, it's cold out here, and then gone back inside just to the right interior to go to sleep.
Yes, to camp
Yeah.
until the morning. So we will start today, 8 hours later, just after 8 in the morning on the 2nd of Frostfall.
Is he all floppy? Like is like the 2 halves sort of like joined, or is it like 2 total
Are you
halves?
asking if Gislad is
It
soft
was
or hard right now?
bisected. I'm pretty sure that he was bisected.
Like I can pick up his legs and like doo, 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 doo. I mean, not that I'm gonna marionette his corpse. I don't want to say desecration of the dead is bad.
Is that like
archaeology.
with chicken feet where you pull the
Ew.
tendon and they do this?
Although
Just asking.
Lydia, the whole night, just stands guard over Gislad's corpse. At attention, weapon and shield at the ready. Unblinking, unmoving, jaw clenched.
Oh, poor Lydia. I didn't even think.
You awake the next morning to find her exactly where you left her.
it's a shame you didn't sleep. Well, I suppose we I don't know what his last wishes were
We need
in
to
terms of
go.
burial.
We have to go find out what his last wishes are.
Get rid of my chicken. There's a bucket for bones.
We
We need to speak. The lady who brought me back, she may be able to help us talk with his spirit, figure out if he wants to come back. And we can't leave him for dead if he wants to come back.
Well,
we are going to need a lot of herbs in the event that he wants to come back.
well, we could
I
always go to
have a lot of money.
Okay. Are you doing okay, Lydia?
She doesn't turn to look at you.
Is it good?
This is not your fault.
Whatever it is a failure in mine and Simon's sworn duty.
That was a brutal fight. We all had issues.
Well, as my father no doubt learned, when it comes to line adventuring, there's always the risk to life and limb. We all face equally that risk anytime we venture on to be beyond the safety of our cities.
And he always rushed in. He wanted to be in the fray.
Into the thick of it.
Yes. Trying to protect us.
I understand grief and failure. I too feel it. But admonishing yourself will not bring him back, unfortunately. Trust me, I know I'm a bit of a penitent person. Although that case it worked.
No. Beating myself up now won't bring him back. But the more I can remember this disgust in myself, perhaps the better I'll be able to protect my 2 remaining thanes.
One thing to keep in mind. Trauma makes memory hard. Lack of sleep also makes memory hard. And if you do not keep yourself healthy and hale, you will not be able to do that for us either.
I'm fine.
If you say so. All right. Well, we have a couple options. We can either go to the college,
Yes.
or we could bring him to a priest of Arcade, and I won't say anything, and they might be able to communicate with them.
What's closer?
Where are
The
we?
nearest temple of Arcade.
Might be Whiterun.
No, there's not the temple of Arcade in Whiterun. I think.
Isn't Arcade in...
Oh, right, there might be a Hall of the Dead, but I don't know if there'll be a specific priest of it. We can try. Where are we?
You're not sure exactly the location of the ruin you're in, but it's kind of right smack in the middle of Skyrim.
Well,
It's kind of like here-ish.
well, we do have a relationship with the Hall of the Dead in Markarth. If you remember, we alleviated their cannibalism problem.
That's way farther away than Whiterun is.
No, I'm just saying if we need a priest of Arcade who will be compliant with perhaps some unorthodox communication methods.
We are Thanes of Whiterun.
Okay.
Going to speak with our...
I don't even remember if there's a Hall of the Dead in Whiterun.
P.S. there is.
There is? Okay. Perfect.
I have recently started playing it myself.
Delightful.
Nice.
Well, if we, we'll just make our way to Whiterun then, and we will, perhaps entreat them there, and they will shed some light on this matter.
I also want to speak with Risad.
Oh, yes, perhaps we'll be fortunate and he'll be there.
Yes, if he happens to be there, it would be great. It would be nice to get an idea of what cultural customs he may wish to partake in.
What do you Dark Elves do when you die? I mean, with the bodies. I assume when you die, you're dead.
Generally,
Let's have
people
this
are dead when they are
conversation
dead.
on the move, shall we? Go out into the snow. If we could all actually keep our eyes out for herbs.
For sure.
Herbs, butterflies, dragonflies, moths. I need to go hunting for moths. And the singing root.
Mothman.
The green
Mirren
freaky
root?
plant.
Nirnroot, yes.
The green, the long-haired freaky plant.
Alright, so we are gonna go south.
We're going to Whiterun?
Yep.
Is that what we've decided?
Oh my. This is intense.
We'll kind of go around here. That's where we're
Oh,
trying
hey,
to get
there's
to.
Whiterun. Look at that, so close. Let's nobody trip and break the leg. We don't need any more fatalities.
So before I went to bed last night, I did, we will like stay away from any settlement for now.
Yep.
It's not one of our known places. Before we went to bed last night, I did wrap up both halves.
I was gonna say, because are
Yeah.
we just like traipsing around with a cloth?
No, he's
sack?
in the top of
Top
the
of
chest.
Top of the chest, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have, like, using linens wrapped.
Did you
in this
wrap him like full length, or did you like put one on top of the other and just like in a nice neat package?
I wrapped one half, wrapped the other half,
Ah, okay.
and then
Put me
put
together
them
like IKEA furniture.
like
Like a sandwich just on.
like this.
Is just lad a taco or a sandwich?
These are his hands. This is his
Yeah.
head. He is like this.
In his butt crack?
No, these are his legs. This is his torso.
She put me together normally.
Oh, okay. All right.
She reassembled him before she wrapped him up like a little kitten burrito.
Nice. That's sweet.
Burrito.
Purry.
Lydia will take one end of the chest and she will stare at you until you take
I'm
the
picking
other
up the freaking chest, God.
and use the lid to carry just like down here.
Before we come up here, I did want to see if Rasad is down below.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I processed my grief with alcohol and humor.
I seem to find that you also process your grief with aggression towards Lydia.
Oh, and don't forget the knock-knock jokes. Oh, sweet, we're sad. Well, you can shed some light on it.
This one needs something.
Rasad, we have ill tidings of one of our friends, and I gesture to the wrapped remains of Gislad. And I say, from where I am from, the Khajiit, well, there aren't any. So I have an understanding of some burial rituals, but not of the Khajiit. Would you be able to offer us any assistance?
This one is most sorrowful for the loss of your cherished friend. The Khajiit are as varied as any groups of humans or elves or any other that walks this great and winding road. The belief among the people of my clan is that the departed is to be buried with their most precious of artifacts. If you wish, you may build a cairn of stones at the burial place. If necessary, you can be buried in a mausoleum if you are a person of the city. And you do not have these flowers here, but if you plant waning lilies near the gravesite as well, this is a common custom of remembrance and respect.
Waning lilies.
I don't know if they would.
Describe what they look like?
Yes.
I doubt they would survive up here, though.
Too cold.
Probably too cold.
Probably, but I flick my prestidigitation. I may be able to make a rough approximation of the flowers to put as a bouquet on the grave.
They are delicate. They grow most often near the oases in our homeland. They have a single great round green leaf like the lily pads you have on some bodies of water here. Mm-hmm. And the lily has many pointed petals of a light lavender sort of color.
And with the description and just a little bit of time, if everyone will allow me, I will just because prestidigitation is just something that I can easily do. I'm not making an actual flower, I'm making an origami version of the flower. Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna be create it, this one, have just a little a conversation with him and be like, oh, well, yes, but this is more like this is more like this, just to get it as close as possible, because I can just do that all day.
He gently guides you, and as you've completed it, he nods, he bows his head as he's seated there for a moment. He says, please wait here one moment. He goes into his tent, he opens up one of the bags and takes a handful from it and closes the bag up. And he comes to the side of the top of the chest and opens his hand and lets out a sprinkling of sand. And he says, may your roads lead you to warmer sands.
Oh, that's nice.
I have one question.
Yes.
So, our friend here, Aruyan, she passed as well.
Yes, I am different, but it's still me.
This one did not realize you were the same person.
I open my cloak. I'm sure that he's seen my lizard around.
Oh, yes. Your friend can go away now.
Yes, I just kind of like bring his head out, put it back in.
This one understands. This one has seen it done before.
So, we spent time and brought Aruyan back because she wanted to come back. What's the custom for
Is
the Khajiit? Is there any time when the Khajiit come back? Do they want to come back?
This is a question for an individual.
Okay. I was trying to find out if it was against your
Yes.
beliefs.
You may understand the basis of our beliefs as the seeking of warmer sands. And when buried properly with the things most important to them in life, a Khajiit will have found the warmest sands of all.
Okay.
Well, if you
Thank
guys want to
Thank
take
you.
him in to see the priest of Arcay,
I
I
will.
know I'm not welcome there, so
I will take over. And
Risad, do you have a shovel I can borrow?
just in case, we're not giving up.
This one is a traveling merchant, as you understand. This one cannot give his tools out on loan for free if this one must pack up and travel to new places.
I
Of
understand.
course.
There's probably one at the house.
This one can sell shovels at reasonable prices or take something in
Trade.
trade, yes.
Deposit.
Or deposit.
We could always just buy it and then bring it to the house, which is literally just a few paces.
Sure.
And it can be something if our paid.
Our grave
Yes.
shovel. Our standard issue grave shovel.
It could be our guest
Grave shovel.
if he wants to start a garden out back.
Oh. I don't know, or murder people, whatever he wants. I'm not here to judge. Wait, yes I am. It's like my whole thing.
Okay.
That will be 4 gold septim.
I just drop
I
coin.
pay it.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, and I'm kind of scanning. If you,
Where would be a good place to do?
I'm sort of scanning the horizon.
Well, we can ask Gislad if we can commune with him.
Oh, because he may want to go
He might want a specific place.
or go where it is warmer, where his
Yes.
ancestors are.
Let's go to Arcade and have a chat.
So you go to the house and
Well, I was actually gonna stop at the blacksmith because I
Yeah.
wanna.
You do that.
I'm
You
in the
check
mood
in on
for a
our
flail.
check in on our guest, and also if you could get him roasting a good meal, please.
Oh, I was gonna say to help me bury a body, but sure, yeah. You can
no,
roast it.
you don't have a body to bury.
For a wake. Right, we're gonna need a wake.
Just food for us for tonight.
Yeah, you
We're
know,
not like a party.
No,
Well,
this is
actually,
a
he would-
party.
He'd
Don't-
want a party.
Don't get him to do anything. We'll have a proper to do at the. Let the barkeep at the Prancing Mare know, and we'll be back.
The bandman or the drunken huntsman?
The drunken
The
huntsman
drunken huntsman.
will be coming.
But also, if you could go and let the girl know. Excuse me, lady.
Yes, how can I help you?
We have most recently lost a dear, dear friend, and we wish none of us figured that we would die, and we wish to speak with him to see if he would like to come back as I have, or if he wants to remain wherever it is that he is, and what he would like us to do for a funeral.
I see. You'll want to speak to Danica Purespring.
Pure Spring.
She should be in yellow robes, somewhere about.
I think I saw somebody in yellow robes outside. Thank you very much. You want to go out this way?
Just checking while we're here.
There. I think she was sitting right underneath the dead tree.
Right there on the right.
Danica?
It's a shame, isn't it?
What?
The dead tree?
This is the Gilda Green. It was planted as a seedling in the early years of Whiterun. Disciples of Kinnereth could sense something holy in it, and traveled for far to hear the winds of the goddess in its branches. They built the temple. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days.
Is there something special about the tree?
To the east of here is a hidden grove where the Eldergreen resides. It is the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel.
I think we know.
Our tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that tree. You can still feel the glory of the mother tree through it. Even its name is an echo.
We may know the tree of which you speak. We have a favor to ask, and if we can get this favor accomplished, maybe we can help you out in turn.
Yes, what is the favor you had in mind?
Our friend, and I'm holding, because I'm a beefcake now, because I'm an orc. I'm sick. So Lydia and I are holding, and I just gesture to the wrapped body and go, we've lost a companion recently. He fought so very hard to get me back to life when I passed. And he himself may want to come back. And if not, we would very much like to speak with him just one last time to figure out what we can do for a funeral for him.
Yes.
Put him at rest.
To put him to rest.
I am familiar with the type of situation in the spell. This is a question asked of me quite often. It is quite doable with my abilities, and the cost will just be in the total of a 300 gold donation to the upkeep and maintenance of the temple.
I'm just saying, you could pull it out of Jaslad's pocket.
Not yet.
His pocket's been wrapped up.
Just unwrap a little bit. Oh, bloody coin. Here you go, blood money.
I
Take out his
give
prison
her. I give her $750.
750. Very well.
And the promise that if there's something we can do to help with your tree, we will do our best.
Absolutely. We can talk about that afterwards. Mm-hmm. Shall we go inside?
Yes, something a little bit more private would be nice. And if we can keep this damn dog outside, that would be great.
I killed him.
That depends entirely on you guys telling me if you're abandoning that quest or not, so I can just remove him from the game.
Fair enough.
So, she guides you inside and has you set down the top of the chest on this bed here. Mm-hmm. It says, all right, the spell is relatively simple, and once I cast it, you will have 4 questions you may ask. Your colleague will be able to answer as though they were alive and here to answer them. Any questions?
No.
Very well. So she closes her eyes and chants for a moment in a language you sort of half recognize, a bit like how Latin is used in churches.
Yeah.
And as she completes the spell, she holds her hand to Gislad's face, and you see a faint glow emanate from beneath the linens as two glowing eyes blink awake.
I think we should unwrap his face.
I will unwrap his face. Because I know how I tucked it.
His eyes are still closed, but there is sort of a glowing through the eyelids.
Hello, Gislad. We have a few questions for you. Do you want to come back?
This one is whole again. This one is at peace.
Glad I invested in the shovel.
What can we do? How can we
Honor you.
honor you?
Drink heavily and find someone's arms for comfort for the evening. Preferably not mine, I'm a bit cold.
Yeah, that would be a little gross. Just saying.
Is there somewhere that you would like us to bury you?
Somewhere facing the morning sun. No need to go too far.
One question remaining.
Should we ask what his treasured possession is? So that we get it right?
Or just ask, what do you like to be buried at?
What if he says you?
This one wishes to be buried with that ass.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh. Well, anything for my Thane.
Is there anything in particular you wish to be buried with?
My best robes on and a coin covering each eye. The rest, spend it on a party.
Okay.
And with that, his two glowing eyes blink twice and shut as the light fades.
And you hear
May
that.
roads lead you to warmer sands, just like
And you hear that. Doo-doo-doo-doo, of, like the window shut down.
No, it's more like a blue screen. Thunk.
Boom.
And Rian will just take either side of his face, kiss his forehead, and then just recite a little prayer in Bosmer. And it's odd because even in this very solid and never-changing form, there's still just a little strained, a little bit awkward because it hasn't had time for practice, but a dual tone kind of denoting her previous fluidity. And then I will take out 2 gold coins and place them on his eyes and wrap his head back up.
So I'm dead, guys.
Yeah, he did. All right.
All right, it's been a pleasure playing with you guys. Good luck with the rest of the stream.
no, stay.
Why? You planning on keeping me?
Out, yes.
Oh, they got the discounted shuffle.
Thank you very much. Danica.
Yes.
Would it be alright if we dealt with this particular thing and came back tomorrow to speak with you about the tree?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Take all the time you need.
Thank you.
It must be still fairly early in the day, so we should have time to go out and...
Do you have a Nairn road in here?
No, that's just the shrine talking. It has a bit of a magical emanation about it.
It's beautiful. Okay, let's go. I suggest we take Gislad's, I was gonna say Sigmund's body. I suggest we take Gislad's body back to the house.
Prestidigitate it cold while we go find a spot.
That's not our house.
Our house is that on the left.
Nope.
That's the huntsman. Right, the one right there. That's the
Yeah.
house. That's home.
And we will nod to our...
Well, I'm already in there.
Oh, right.
You've already spoken with the Drunken Huntsman's owner?
I thought I was talking to our assistant in here.
Well, the Drunken Huntsman is going to need to prepare for a party.
Oh, yes. Well, I would have... If I knew we were going to have a party. Well, I didn't know we were going to have a party.
We knew, well, we did mention that he would likely, it's just loud and he would likely want like a party.
But I didn't know if he was going to be alive still.
Fair.
Well, we'd still be having a party with him being alive.
Well, so Siggy's sitting in one of those chairs there, and you can see him he has like a book, and then he's using it as like a table, and he's writing. You can see him writing when he comes in.
Hello.
I know that.
Hi. You don't seem too good. What have you got there?
Just lad.
Oh dear. What happened?
He passed. We were fighting evil and it won. Again. Oh, also, I'm a Ruian. And I died and came back like this.
Yeah, we're batting 2 for 4 on this one, so... so, yeah, we can do better.
So, Gislad has chosen to remain as he is.
Whole in the afterlife.
Yes. So it is a burial where the morning sun touches the ground. We don't have to go anywhere special, just...
Or too far.
Are you talking to me or the guy that drove the
You in the house.
Oh, with the other guy.
With the other guy.
Do you want something private here in the home, or do you want a proper send-off at the tavern?
Proper send-off.
He wants a proper send-off.
Very well. Why don't you just take a few minutes here, sit down, relax. I will take care of the arrangements.
Thank you. And if you happen to have any friends in the area, like, he would want raucous, happy.
I forget his name. What is his name?
Igvald.
Igvald, do we have a sealing wax in the house? Is that a thing we have?
No, we haven't had it just yet. I can certainly add it to the list next time I go shopping in the markets.
It's a bit of an urgent thing. I'll go myself. It's fine. You see Sigmund has written on a small, about yay big scroll of paper.
All right.
Do we have to... Like, does he have family that we should be notifying? I don't remember.
Oh, this isn't about him. This is about me.
I do believe that Sigmund had family.
Gislad.
Gislad had
You wish Sigmund was dead, didn't you? You wish it was him and not me.
Yes.
Oh! Oh! Face
some of them, that's true. I quit.
No, I don't. And no, you can't.
It's not that kind of arrangement.
So he did have family, but he didn't go back and he didn't give me any names. So even if I were to find or learn a spell that would help me communicate with people across vast different distances.
Maybe we could ask, oh dear, I lost his name now. Just outside. Ask Rasad if he can spread the word so that it can travel through their caravans and maybe reach the family.
Y'all Khajiits know each other, that's the thing.
No, it's actually just saying his name
I
and
know.
what happened. It's like telling a story.
It is. The legend of Jaslad.
All right. So I'll be right back. You just take a minute. I'll take care of all the preparations. I will secure a burial plot and inform.
He wishes to be buried somewhere where he can see the morning sun and feel it. Here, I will give him 100 gold. And I give him 100 gold, and I let him know that, like, Igvold, if they need anything, let them know that the Thanes of Whiterun will cover it. Try to get a good deal because the funeral industry can be very gougy.
Cutthroat, you might say.
Yes.
Maybe not say it's a funeral, just say you're going to run a party for the things or whatever.
It's like that. It's a wedding and funeral tax, I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah, just say you're having a
Like the-
convention.
Pink tax.
I will make it happen. Just give me a few minutes.
Of course.
And he pops out the door.
I'm gonna go with him, get my sealing wax. This is important.
Okay.
Lydia,
Yes.
would you be able to quickly run up to...
Dragon's Reach?
Yes, Dragon's Reach.
Oh, the castle.
And,
Helping you!
and inform the Jarl of both Jaslad's passing and my complexion change.
Tell him he's gonna get to get some new things. We're running out of them.
No.
No,
With
they're not a dime a dozen.
With all due
Well-
respect, can I please wait until Sigmund has returned so that you have at least one housecarl with you?
Of course.
Yeah, it's just a quick trip down to Bartholomew. What is Bartholomew?
The guy who wants to sell his sister.
Yeah, that guy. I assume he has like sealing wax and candle. Like that's a thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, don't make the
Bell
mistake of just
folder.
using normal wax. That don't fucking work.
No, so I'm gonna like fold the piece and be like, how much? And I give him like 8 gold.
Well, sealing wax, you know, that's a high quality, high demand sort of item.
I don't even need the whole stick.
Well, you see, if I sold you part of a stick, no one's gonna buy a partial stick of sealing wax. We're looking at, 20 gold.
What's made out of?
Sealing wax.
No, you misheard. I wasn't talking about roof wax. I was talking about letter sealing wax.
Yeah, I understood you.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Have you got yourself a signet ring? I've got some of those available as well. Really adds a certain impression to...
Wait, why do you have signet rings?
Well, because you've got to seal the wax with the symbol of your clan.
Yeah, but how do you have other people's clans? Is it a bit of a custom job?
Well, you know, I've just got an assortment of, shall we say, unclaimed symbols.
Bellathon,
that
you
can
kill
make yours.
people to take the signet rings.
He's a poor pawn broker.
Oh, good lord.
He's a porn broker?
He's a pawn star.
Yes.
And I reach
like
into my
smell
shirt and
wares.
like pull out my dad's signet ring on a chain and like, no, I have my own. Thank you.
All right, so just the sealing wax, that'll be 25 gold.
Do you have any flail or do you have any maces as well while I'm here? Maybe you can cut me a deal.
Let's see. No maces, I'm afraid.
I just put the 20 gold on the thing and like crying out loud.
No, it was 25 gold.
It was 20 gold and don't you think otherwise.
You know, I don't have to take this kind of abuse. I've got other customers waiting.
And I just the empty store behind me. Yes, they're positively running over each other. You know, I work for the Thanes. I'm just trying to drop a legal document here, you know.
Well, I tell you what, just for you, I can do it for 20 gold.
It's testing that do not kill commandment. I slam money on the table and grab the stick of wax and
Do come back.
Oh no! How did you sound just like him there? He's so gross. He, in the playthrough with me, he asked if I had any siblings I wanted to sell.
Yes, he does that with everybody.
anyway, and so I'll seal the parchment and
So gross.
and I'll make my way back to the peeps. Or I guess I'll stop at the blacksmith shop and see if she has any maces. I assume she does that thing.
One's on her
I'll
hip.
buy your mace, madam.
I've got an enchanted elven warhammer.
Oh, this glass mace.
Glass mace.
Here, I'll trade you this glass battle axe for the glass mace. We'll turn it to flail.
Throw in 200 gold on top of that and you've got a deal. I've got overhead to...
Yeah, of course. Here you go. I guess so. 220. He's really
Hollowed orcish greatsword.
We need to go and check for something for Lydia.
Yes, we do.
So after the blacksmith, you return to the home?
Yes. What is that? 80.
So,
That's a weird taxidermist.
how
dog.
much money did Gislad have?
That is a good question.
I can look that up real quick for us.
If you want, I have it literally right here.
Well then, there you go.
1 second. That is a good question. He had 1,596.
Oh, I should have gotten a shield while I was there. That was dumb.
I think that we should spend some of that on getting Lydia some. Getting laid.
If she's tense, she can consider some relief.
I would be happy.
Plus a hop.
One of the things that I will do, because we have unwrapped him fully to get, like, to take off because he
wanted to be in his
wanted to be in his fine robes, which he wouldn't have been. So stripping him,
He would have liked that.
This is
I
favorite
will-
activity.
do this by the fire so it's warmer. I will strip him. I will cast prestidigitation to make sure that there's no matting, to make sure that it's
He looks as best
he
as
looks
he can.
the best he can, and give him a little spritz of lavender as well, and remove all of the bits and baubles and the money and the this and that and the other stuff. And I will take the amulet of Zenithar
Oh, I could freaking
off of
use
his
that.
body.
Which lets you guys buy things, but a little cheaper.
Yes. And I will take off my amulet of water breathing. Put that in my pocket. Put the amulet of Zenithar in.
Okay.
All right. About this time, Sigmund and Igvald arrive back independent of one another. And Igvald says, Okay, I went to the Drunken Huntsman first to let him know that there's going to be a large party arriving and that he should prepare his stores for that. But when I went to speak to Mr. Avenici, the steward, to inquire for a burial plot, when he learned that it was a Thane of Whiterun who had passed, he said that he and the Jarl would be honored to host the funeral of Gislad in Dragonreach. The burial plot will be included at no additional price. You may bury him at the height of the hill just outside the wall on the east side of the city, so that he may have a good vantage point and plenty of sunshine as the sun rises.
Thank you very much.
I turn to face Cerulean and I hand her the small seal thing. Not until I'm dead, okay?
Do you have any more seal or wax?
And I pull up the stick.
Alright, I might be doing one of these for myself, and I slip it into underneath my robes.
Should we store it at the house?
Yes, actually, let's do that.
I'm gonna go to the room under the bed where Usbad is stored.
Yep.
The great sword.
This is Lydia's room.
I'm gonna
I
open.
thought we stowed it in her room.
Yep.
I'm gonna open up the wrap. I'm gonna stick my last will and testament in there. The sword goes to my nephews. The twins. Which one is older? Well, Freya will be able to tell you which one is older.
Good.
Okay, so, did they say what the cost was? You said it was at no additional cost.
They're
No
covering
additional cost.
everything.
Oh, okay. I thought it was for the burial plot was no additional cost. Okay, got a little confused there. So, but we've now gone to the Drunken Huntsman and told him he's gonna earn some heavy coin tonight.
Yes, I informed the Thane of that, and he said that, well, they would need a caterer regardless. So I returned to the Drunken Huntsman, and he's been made aware of the change in venue.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
Good. So, we need to. I don't know how the burials go. Like, do we have to take him up there now? Or can we just go and bury him?
I presume the funerary proceedings will be overseen by the Jarl himself and probably the priest of Arcade.
Yeah, let's take him with us to the Jarl, and then we can finish our preparations and figure out what to do from there.
Okay. Would Gislad be okay with a priest?
Would be the first time you would.
Delightful.
That wasn't exactly what I meant.
Oh, but I couldn't help it. It was low hanging fruit. Just perfect low hanging fruit.
What's this?
That's utterly ridiculous.
Low hanging fruit.
No, you two hands, man. Come on.
He's whole now.
Yeah, exactly. I ain't gonna do the one-handed no anymore. You get that corkscrew action.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
I just want to make we were at a funeral. Can you sit the hell up for once in your goddamn life? God.
It is always a terrible crying shame when a Thane is killed, but it is fortunate for him that he was killed in battle. The preparations are being made and the townsfolk are being informed, and soon there will be a memorial befitting of a Thane of Whiterun within these hallowed halls.
He would greatly appreciate that. Oh, also, by the way, I am Aurelian. I also died, but then I came back to life like this. If you need a demonstration, I will provide.
Yes, your house servant has made me aware of this change. It is most unusual.
I can attest to it.
Do you want me to prove that I'm still a Dragonborn?
That is okay. This one, I can take the word of another of the Thanes of Whiterun.
Fair.
Yeah.
I was also there. I did a lot of whipping. It was a thing.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that Lydia would have more
Credibility.
sway in this town.
It's true.
Yes. So we did the best that we could. He's been wrapped in his finest clothes. I'm pretty sure that in our hall he also has like a diamond ring, etc. So he's been prettied up. 2 coins still on his eyes. I don't know, because you mentioned that you have a place for him, which is fantastic. Do we want to do that now? Do that later? Do that before the feast?
Just make sure you don't lift in the middle, because
It is tradition that the memorial takes place first and the burial afterwards.
Okay. All
And
right.
about this time, people are beginning to filter in. There's probably 2 or 3 dozen people inside the hall at this time. Platters of food are starting to come out, as well as kegs of ale and mead. And the sparks of a party are beginning.
Okay.
Should you do a little bit of frosty to keep him?
Do you have a way
smelling?
of preserving dead?
oh yeah, I can cast Gentle Repose as a ritual.
Okay, thank you.
That'll prevent him from. And
Slowly.
I will cast Prestidigitation. I will kneel in front of wherever it is that we have him, and I will just start making the flowers, because I was getting him ready and now I'm just going to be making the flowers.
Yep. I think with Prestidigitation you can only have one item at a time, and if you make another one, the first one dissolves.
You only need one. One is more special.
But you take your time to make sure that you craft it right. And as more and more people are filtering into the hall, and you're all sort of standing around a little bit awkwardly, you know, you want to celebrate your friend, but it's sort of weird to celebrate at a time so close to his death. But you notice you've got Lydia standing with her back against one of the poles, one of the pillars here, sort of scanning the crowd. And you notice that her eyes keep getting drawn to one individual in particular.
And I'll saddle up to Lydia. A friend of yours?
Something like that. And then, as you say that and she responds to you, it appears that this individual has sort of clued into his being watched, makes eye contact with Lydia, and starts making his way over.
So from a distance, you see kind of like normal looking figure kind of just like slumped over the table and kind of makes eye contact. And when he stands up, stands a good couple heads taller than everyone else in the room.
You're like 7 feet?
I am 8 feet tall.
Holy shit.
Broad-shouldered, big bulging muscles, green scaled skin with 2 horns that stick back to get to that peak of 8 feet with just a head full of yellow feathers.
Yes, feathers.
I'm just glad with that the field day.
Across the face,
Wood.
you see speckled dots of yellow. with a single large band that starts from the collarbone, makes its way up and meets in the middle as a big long thing. Kind of makes eye contact, gets up and slowly starts walking over, and it's almost like the crowds instinctually just part as he just wanders over.
Hi, Lydia. Long time. How's it going?
Well, I trust you've heard the passing of our dear Thane.
Yeah.
I was his housecarl.
Oh, my condolences. Been there, done that. I was here for the booze, but shit, that's fucked.
This is my colleague, Sigmund. He was also a housecarl for this Thane and for the 2 remaining Thanes.
So you fucked up too, huh?
Well, I don't like to look at it as more of a learning experience, but yes, we did derelict our duties in the way. Do you know this, man? Is that what we call male Argonians? Is there a specific term?
No, that's fine. I go by male. But thank you for considering. You know, it's very progressive of you.
This
I'm
is
trying.
this is my acquaintance.
Oh, I didn't even introduce myself. Hi,
And he reaches out a hand and like goes to try to hold your hand in a shake, but mistakenly grabs you by the forearm.
And Sigmund's not a small guy either. Like, he's a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
He's like, damn.
It's like seeing someone meet Shaq, even if they're tall. It's just like,
Damn. Damn, Bobby.
my name's Deez.
yep.
I'm sorry, is there a problem with my... Why does everyone snicker when they hear my name?
That's okay. No, I am Sigmund of Clan Wintergale.
Oh, full name Deez Tope Rasta.
I was thought that was going. Not where I thought it was going.
The name purely to see your reaction.
I need that written out because I know there's something in there. There, in that last name, there's something. You made something dirty in that last name that goes with D's. I'm gonna figure it out. I need that written out.
That's a thing that Lorne does, is he likes to
I
type
know.
things in.
I know.
Back
Just
to in character.
yes. Okay.
And so it kind of like shakes you up.
Sorry. Yeah.
Deez, why don't you tell the story? You're
Oh,
a lot more creative than I am.
creative is not what I would use. Just, I was on the receiving end, so it's a bit more vivid in my imagination. Or memory. To make a very long story short, at one point in our lives, we found ourselves on opposite ends of a fight. Nothing personal, but like when your Thane says, go kill that fucker, you grab a shit and you go kill that fucker. We met on the battlefield. She fought bravely. I fought poorly. I went down. And when she was standing over me, a sword to my throat, she spared me. Since then, I told her, well, I owe you one. Claim its terms. You haven't collected on that, by the way. You have any idea how much that eats away at me every night? Like, I just picture you just walking to my room one day. It's like, I have called you. Like, so are you going to collect on that anytime soon? Or am I just going to continue living with this guilt? Because I think that is more fucking cruel. You should have just fucking ended me.
Well, you know, Lydia, we are, as they say, one can short of a 5-pack. 6-pack. No 5-pack.
That's why you're a 5-pack.
Deez left out the part where he was single-handedly fending off 4 attackers against his Thane. The Thane fell not before Deez had taken out 3 of them, finished off the 4th, and he was so bloodied that by the time I got to him, there was barely an ounce of him left.
You are completely underselling yourself. I was ready to fight another 12 men. But not you. You ain't no man. No offense. I didn't mean that in a condescending way. Like I was supposed to be. I'm really bad with fucking words.
Lydia, you've already made the sale. I think we can, we could use the assistance if he owes you one indeed.
Okay, but like legit, if you think that's the sale, I'm not.
And he just kind of gestures. He's just wearing like normal, like everyday clothes at this point.
Got armor?
Yeah.
You got the sword? What do you use? Got a sword?
No, I prefer an axe.
Ah, damn, I just sold my glass axe.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know what, Dees, you and I and Sigmund all share the common knowledge of what it feels to lose someone you were sworn to protect. If the debt, if the shame, if the guilt is hanging over your head, you can consider yourself free to join us. I can take all the help I can get. These Thanes, precious as they are to me, have a way of finding themselves in the most dire of circumstances quite frequently.
Well, then this one has, like...
This one?
Oh, fuck. And anyway, way too many fucking Khajiits. I have some questions, though. Is the debt paid as soon as I say yes to help you? Is it like a lifelong thing? Like, I know I owe you my life.
Well, look,
but
Dees, I'm gonna go use the chamber pod. You and Lydia figure this out.
I just want to know, like, do I have to still do side jobs on the side just to keep myself going for money? Like, do I have to be like the hustler lifestyle? Because, like, I'm really not into that at the moment.
These Thanes are among the kindest that I have ever known or served. They take care of the necessities of life, such as they are. Most of our work is done on the road and our own private camp and hunting, so expenditures are quite minimal.
Well,
You may stay with us as long as you feel is appropriate to serve your debt.
okay, because I was really just kind of blowing smoke up your ass. I literally have no roots anywhere. Everything I own is in a backpack at the inn. I just came here because they said, hey, everyone go up to the fucking Dragon's Reach. They're doing a feast. I'm like, oh, how much to get in? Like, there's no cover charge. Just come in and drink. Oh, fuck, really? Okay, fuck, I'm going right there. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to my drink, and you'll see as he walks away, like in your perception and your brain, you're like, oh yeah, he's holding a tankard, but then you realize it's one of those like small tankards, kegs used for like whole things, and it's like half empty at this point.
Well, Dees, before you go, we should really introduce you to the two Thanes here that you'll be helping to protect.
Fair enough. They might not even want me. Like, never know. Are they racist?
Not terribly.
Okay, good.
The worst of them is the other housecarl here.
Yeah, I could tell. Really had to go take a shit in the middle of a conversation. Like, who does that?
You might call him uncouth, but he is a decent defender.
He's also kind of small. Is he young?
Yes.
We take what we can get.
Obviously.
My apologies, I wanted to make room for all the wine we're going to be toasting to our dear friend, I'm sure.
You haven't been drinking already?
Well, a little bit, you know, it was before the memorial, I don't want to get a little...
So you haven't toasted yet you've been drinking?
Well, I mean,
Isn't
you
the
know,
first sip
just...
supposed to be a toast?
No.
I'm gonna enjoy rattling this one.
You should be keeping your wits about you regardless.
That's why I'm just having sips. Just a little bit.
How about we
Take the
meet
edge
these
off.
things? I'm actually curious what they look like.
Come, this way.
Okay.
And I just start walking, and people are like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
So after I had made the sort of like, I would have made one and then tried to make more to make like a nice bouquet. Noticed that it wasn't gonna do what I wanted, and then just sort of made like an awkward other origami where it's like a Lego, like a Lego construction that looks like a bouquet of these particular flowers instead of a single flower, and I will lay that on him, and then I would have gone like, oh crap, Lazalia. I was about to call you Lydia. We need to get changed because we're in rough clothes. So let's go change into our party clothes.
Oh, good lord.
And just as you're trying to make your way out, Lydia and Sigmund bring Dees to meet you. And again, 8 feet of Argonian stands before you, absolutely towering over.
Lazalia, Ruan, this is these.
Hi.
In Joe. Yep. I will say, hello, good sir. To what do we owe the pleasure?
Well, first things first, he just looks at you and responds back in Orcish, which you probably don't understand.
Don't understand.
So it just sounds like gibberish, and he's like,
Sorry, I'm not actually. I'm a Bosmer who got resurrected into an old body.
Yeah, sorry, it was my first resurrection. I'm just learning, I've only been the priest for a couple of months. We're working on it.
I have Gel, Common, and Bosmer.
Okay.
Excuse me.
But I appreciate that was. Do you want to actually? I would love to learn.
It would certainly
If
sell
you're-
the appearance.
Interested.
Sure. Not my specialty teaching people, but yeah, totally. Anyway, hi. I owe Lydia a debt.
Okay.
It's a long story. We can probably talk about it after. This is not really the place for that shit. Oh, Lydia, you're fucking stiff as a board as always. Like, it's a party. I know you're on the duty, but like...
She's grieving in her own way.
Anyway, to make a long fucking story short, she said you guys needed more help.
That would be wonderful.
Clearly.
I think we need more help.
Well, hi.
Hi.
So I'm guessing you're the other Thane.
Yes.
My name's Deez.
Oh,
Lazalia.
Arurian.
Pleasure. Lazalia Arurian.
Yes.
Might take me a while, though.
That's okay. And Deez.
Yeah. Deez Tope Rasta.
Deez Tope Rasta.
And you speaking Gel would actually recognize the last name.
Okay.
Tope Rasta roughly translate to is old as dirt.
There's something dirty in there still. I just know it.
Anyway, yeah, apparently you guys are looking for more strong arms. I would
Yes.
assume, because what else does anyone want me for?
Your charming personality, I presume.
I can tell you that the Thane would have much liked to get to know you.
Yep.
Oh, he was a guy who liked scales? Had a couple of those in the past. They fetishize the whole thing, and they think there's horns where there shouldn't be horns, and sometimes it just doesn't work out.
It was more, I mean, he was very versed with multiple races, but
Confession.
he very much enjoyed the stronger, protective, well, he liked to be held.
I'm guessing he liked you, and points to the biggest beefcake of the party.
I mean,
This is a recent addition.
Oh, so I'm not guessing he really had the eyes for you for a while there. And then when you came in the picture, had eyes for you. And Lydia, girl, you gotta show those muscles more often. Like, have you actually seen her, like, full on?
I think there was a sparring match without armor at one point.
Oh, yeah, she'll fucking wipe the floor with you. And the scary thing is,
Actually-
she won't even gloat about it. Me, if I beat you, I'll gloat about it.
That may be something that would be of benefit, is doing like a morning training, Lydia. For myself, I am a squishy pew pew, and I just like make like little sparks from my fingers.
You got the
Lydia is a great trainer.
I can-
Sparring partner.
I can certainly help develop your natural resistance to being struck in the head.
Trust me, she's really good at it. I learned a thing or two from her.
You'll learn how to throw your weight around.
Oh, and we do have another party member, sort of. But in mixed company, it tends to be better that he stays away.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you'll find companionship with each other, commiserate on the whole, hey, are we talking about the same thing?
I don't know. Do you have
thing in
a
her
finger?
pocket?
Do I have a finger back yet?
No.
So it did that to him.
Shit.
He's missing, the first knuckle on his...
Pointer finger.
You'll never play the flute ever again.
I couldn't play it to begin with, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm more of a drum guy.
Gotta keep the
So,
rhythm, I guess.
So, what is your specialty?
killing things.
That's fair. Are you like an up close and personal? Or are you a pew pew far away? Do you do magic? I twinkle.
And,
With those muscles, I don't think so.
Hey,
And he looks-
I have muscles.
I have
and
muscles
I do
too.
magic.
And I do.
as he looks down at you, he'll look at that kind of Lego-esque
flower you were trying to make, and lean down and prestidigitate one identical next to it to kind of continue a reef around.
I am confused.
That is wonderful. We need to swap. Swap. I like learning about how other people do magic. So if you're interested,
You didn't learn about how I do magic.
here's the god.
Yeah,
Who
he's
said
had
mine
some
isn't
good.
a god either?
Yours may be a god. He pontificates, and it's.
I'm literally a priest. That's my job.
And also, for the record, that's why I practice magic. Everyone thinks I'm just gonna come swinging with a sword, but when all of a sudden sparks fly, they get real fucking confused.
That's fair. That's a good swapperoo tactic.
So to answer your question, I'm versatile. If you need ranged, I give you ranged. You need up front, I give you up front. I have my very unique fighting style.
God's just lad would have loved you.
Do you have any healing abilities?
Define healing. Most of my healing is preventative measures.
Hey, that's my
fair.
job.
Yes, well, we just are about to bury one of our patriots, and obviously we could use help in all facets.
And to be honest, my motto is, you don't need to defend yourself if it's already dead. That being said, you kind of have to balance both. If you just go all out, you're just gonna get a fucking arrow to the face. I learned that with you. Not the arrow part, but like, if you go straight in, you get fucked.
Lydia at this point cracks her neck, pats Dee's on the back, says, well, you're on duty. My thane commanded me to eat, drink, and be merry. And so she just walks off, grabs a bottle of mead, and sort of disappears into the crowd.
Fuck, I have no equipment. How the fuck am I on duty? Well, shit.
It's okay. It's okay.
Alright, so, you guys need to go to your room.
I just pull a dagger out of my boot. I'm like, here. It's just like,
Thanks, I needed that. And he starts picking his teeth with it like a little toothpick.
Before Lydia left, I wanted to take her with us.
Get dolled up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think she deserves a...
Well, I'm on duty.
That's-
Do you need a ride?
No, we're okay. Our house is.
just
okay.
down the way.
Well, actually, we may be able to just like pop into a closed door here and like change.
As you suggest to Lydia to change, she says, I'm in my finest armor, that's good enough for me.
I will just do a quick prestidigitation just to make sure that everything is just especially sparkly and just so that, you know, she doesn't feel, you know, grimy armor, not comfortable.
I'll be right back.
Do I have to follow that one?
No, I can handle this.
The ladies are the Thanes.
I'm gonna scoot down to the temple and be like, hey, Danica, right? I think we've met before. Hey, can I borrow a robe?
We don't exactly have spares sitting around. I have my robe, and
Take your clothes off.
I need to take this
yeah,
off.
we don't generally have spares about.
Damn.
You're swearing in a temple.
It's not the first time, and it won't be the last.
Hold on.
Oh boy.
Sorry, that's my just the last story.
I'm gonna have to go back to the house and crawl through my, belongings.
I still had my belongings with me. I hadn't dropped anything off.
Oh, oh no! That would have been Dad's. Oh, I guess I could
Like,
use
we
this,
did-
modify the clothes from the party to look nice,
Yeah.
and then put my
We did
priesty
the
things
party
over top
thing,
of it.
right? So we have those clothes.
Yeah, when you went to that night party.
The
The
embassy.
next
Embassy.
I assume Sigmund and Osmond were the same-ish size.
Similar.
roughly.
You're probably leaner,
Yep.
Probably that is a bit of a gut.
just because the age.
I am going to fill out the Urian.
Dress
It's a
from-
little bit shorter and it's a little bit tighter at like the
Bust and shoulders.
Shoulders and the bust.
Oh, I may cause a diplomatic incident.
It's a bit like what would have normally been an ordinary dress for She-Hulk is now like a very short party dress.
As you guys get ready.
Well, because I think I said that I was with him, and I was originally my height, so that's like a foot difference.
Yep.
So it's like calf.
And bulk.
You're lucky you're a lady, otherwise something might be dangling out.
Oh my.
Periodically, you'll hear a knock at the door. Just checking in. All good.
I mean, can you zip up the back?
Can I come in?
Yes.
He just opens
I'm
the door.
in here.
Oh, you're in here. Can you zip up the... I'm sorry. I thought we got changed in separate places. Lasagna.
I just open up and like, why the fuck are you asking me?
Because I'm having a hard time.
Because I'm
Lasagna.
quiet as fuck and she didn't.
Yeah,
know I was here.
she's in the shadow and she was hiding.
How can you not notice?
It's because she's wearing
Like, she's a
leather.
dear friend of yours. You literally just lost one. You think you'd keep an eye on the ones you have left.
Lasagna.
Yes.
Regret hiring me yet?
I turn around. Can you please do it up?
It's because she's wearing leather.
Yeah,
armor
put
to
your shoulders
hide.
together.
Think.
Think small thoughts.
This was so much easier in my other body.
So she
And
gets-
like the dress was a little bit big for me and I morphed into a larger being to fill it out. So it's not
Yeah, we had a dress that was built
bad.
for a medium-sized person.
Higvald, can you please pull this tighter? It's as tight as it goes, sir. Oh, bloody hell, it's gonna be baggy in the front. I imagine there's the dialogue going on.
Thank you.
So before we get back to the party, I had a question for you both, Rosalia and Irian. Do you guys want people to mingle close to you, or do you want me to give them the stink eye so they stay the fuck away from you?
Mingling is fine.
Okay.
I mean, one of his wishes, because we actually spoke to him through a priest, was to find comfort in the arms of someone tonight.
That was not discussed with me beforehand, but like...
Not saying that you that's
No
we do
pressure
not-
That's
on
extra.
you.
Like, no, not extra, like, but just like... If I had known, I might have not have drunk so much.
It's more along the lines of I don't intend to sleep with anyone, but finding comfort in the presence of others is how I will take his instructions for today.
Okay, got it. However, do you have like a specific code you want to tell me if it's one you get fuck out of something? You could literally just say get me the fuck out.
We will let you know.
Okay. This is weird. I haven't been on duty for fucking ever.
We're also not subtle. Do you know of the spell Fireball?
Yes.
I have
Intimately.
that spell prepared every day. So
It's nice, but I find it a little bit too much casualty all the way around.
that's fair. I also have Acid Arrow.
Okay.
It's more of a directional, hits one target. If
Yeah.
you see us fighting somebody, then
Get out. Move,
Jump
bitch.
in.
Get out of the way.
get out of the way. Yeah.
Got it. And you, she's been talking about what she does. What do you do to fight?
I sneak. I hide. I arrow.
I arrow.
Is deadly with a bow when her dice work.
I don't generally
When they're
get up
probably
close
bad.
and personal, but I have the ability.
Noted.
Were
And
you-
I'm guessing the other guy's just one of those fuckwits that goes to the big heavy thing and just goes, ah!
I mean, yes, he was talking about a flail earlier today.
Oh, fuck. Please don't tell me he's trying to learn how to use a flail.
Yes, he is trying to learn. But he also is really into the divine. So, like,
Okay.
some people have a problem with it, and we're in a place that typically has a problem with it. So,
I run as neutral.
You know what? If I'm gonna be completely blunt and honest with you, most people don't express to me when they disagree with something I do.
I mean, that is very fair. You are on the intimidating side of life, that's for sure.
Oh, I'm not even trying. Wait until I actually show you.
Yes. I'm
Do you
looking
want me
for-
to?
Well,
Do you want me to scare the shit out of someone tonight?
As long as it's not directed at us.
yeah.
Pick a target and I'll make them crap themselves.
There's a little snot-nosed little child.
Maybe he can intimidate the dog to go away.
We have...
The dog is not actually with you. He said
Oh, he returned back to the cave. That's right.
he's just with us as far as the game is concerned.
Because we haven't decided if we've...
If you're gonna do the quest. or
Anyway.
Anyways. We'll
This
let
one's
you know.
done.
Okay,
And he just crushes it like a beer can.
fair enough. I'm sure that there will be more, so you're by all
Oh,
means...
I'm on duty now and I need my wits about me.
Okay.
I think at this point everyone is dressed. Why don't we take a break and we'll come back to the funeral proper.
Okay.
All right. We will be back in 15 minutes at 7:36.
Get ready to be preached at, yo.
Oh, God.
It's too early. You arrived early.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Daedra and Deathclaws. If you're just joining us, we are at Jaslad's memorial in Dragon's Reach.
I'm still here.
Oh, he did.
Elise is just finishing some tea.
Making.
Tea for the dead.
So, everyone has changed into their funeral attire, except for Dees, who's just in whatever he was in,
Yeah.
and Lydia, who has gone off in her steel armor to drink.
Shiniest steel armor.
The crowd's getting quite significant now. It's quite packed in here. So much so that there's no more seats available. It's all sort of standing room and very close conversations being had.
I assume there's a guy with a tray with hors d'oeuvres walking around.
Kinda, yeah.
And when it walks by, Dees just grabs the tray.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, those
So-
were oysters on the half shell.
Steve?
Yo, country.
I assume an Argonian.
Constitution.
Well, I was gonna say, I assume an Argonian
Sip.
probably has the enzymes in his digestive system to consume as a creature that probably consumes a lot of fish, being in a swampy and fishy environment.
Honestly, not a big fan of fish.
That's fair.
Anyway,
A lot of
There you
crock.
go,
A
making
lot of
assumptions.
crock. It's a bit stringy, kind of like chicken.
you know what? I'm gonna take you up on that
You
one
just
day.
spit roast the whole thing.
I'm interested. We'll discuss that later.
The tail's the best part. But not from the ass end forward. You want
you
to
don't
go the
take
other way.
Because I suspect it has a lot of meat. It's a very large.
Oh yeah, it's
Thick
tender.
organ.
It's not an organ. Oh, I suppose I've already come to the door wearing a nice, tunic and everything with the priest scarf thing.
At least he cleans up.
Yeah, I brushed my hair and everything. I got my amulet on and
Oh shit,
I
that's right.
prestidigitation you just to make on your face and your arms that are your face and hands that are showing,
I guess
just to
I
make you look cleaner. Because we've all just come from adventuring,
I wiped my face.
so I just prestidigitate all of us just a little bit, just to make us a little bit more clean.
He sees you desperately trying to clean up everyone else, just kind of goes like one of those giant claw things and prestidigates.
That would feel so good, just like one of those little.
Yeah. And just cast
Ray just sort of
prestidigitation.
goes like this.
Now I like you, so I'm only gonna do that while you're on the ground. If I didn't like you, I'd just pick you up like that.
Ooh, actually,
You want me to stretch?
my spine is a bit
Floppy, floppy, floppy,
impacted.
floppy.
And then he just kind of slowly starts raising you so you're on your tippy toes.
Want more?
Just a little shake.
You too, little one?
I'm good.
You sure?
Being in one body is so
Maybe later.
constrictive.
I do come in with the 10 Commandments and 9 Divines under my arm, looking like a priest.
Does he always dress like that?
Fillet the what?
Fileta.
What?
Okay.
Fileta, barely know. I love this Nordic accent sometimes.
So it's about this time that the Thane stands up and raises his hand, and quickly a silence washes over the crowd.
The Thane?
Or, sorry, the Jarl.
No.
And a silence washes over the crowd, and he says, "My fellow citizens of Whiterun and the surrounding hold, today we are
He
gathered.
doesn't have a peanut allergy. Sorry.
Today we are gathered in remembrance of one who was a very noble fellow. He was Thane of Whiterun and Dragonborn, one of very few who has the power to save our world from the dragon invasion. He leaves behind only 2 remaining Dragonborn.
At this, Orion perks up and just sort of stands a little straighter.
And you see Dee's kind of take a step back and kind of try to find a shadowy spot to hide in.
Our world is in danger of being destroyed entirely, and Jaslad was one of the few who fought to hold it together. We should all be honored to be in his presence on this, his final day on Tamriel. If any of you have anything you can offer the remaining Dragonborn so that they might save us all, help them as you are able to. For those of you without the means, remember Jaslad and know that were he a Nord, he would have earned his place in, I forgot the name.
Sovngarde.
Sovngarde. Brain farts happen to us all. He would, if he were a Nord, he would have earned his place in Sovngarde. And the whole place raises their mugs and cheers together.
Lacking a mug, he just kind of grabs you and lifts you up a little, puts you back down.
After he finishes his drink from his wine, he sets it down and says, "Enjoy the festivities. In 1 hour, we shall take him to be buried in his final resting place. You should use this time to thank the remaining Dragonborn, as well as Jaslad, for all they have done for us so far." And he sits back down.
I will just sort of like address. Yes. One thing that we just lads found family maybe would very much like for everyone to keep in mind is that he loved life. He drank, made merry, and loved freely. One of the things that he wanted for us today was to feast and to find comfort with others. So, in his honor, hug your loved ones tonight and hold those you love close. Thank you. And I'll like get a little bit of a flush going on and just like thank you and awkwardly go off to the side. I'm now the party face. Fuck.
So
You did fine.
Thank you.
the festivities proceed. The ambiance takes a little bit to recover from the more solemn words of remembrance, but they try to take your advice as they can. They do sort of like the awkward side hugs with people. They all sort of shuffle through paying their respects to Jaslad, wrapped up as he is. And, they all sort of shake your hand. Oh, thanks for, trying to save the world and stuff. It was really good.
I'm gonna take up a spot at Jasad's head and just be there to make sure that nothing goes awry with his body as people are paying their respects.
I will stand at the feet so that it can be kind of like a rotation in whichever direction they want to go.
And remember all, as Debella told us, to open your heart to the noble secrets of art and love, treasure the gifts of friendship, and seek joy and inspiration in the mysteries of love.
That brings down the ambiance once again, as they all try to process what exactly that means.
When he starts pontificating, I'm just gonna
I'm saying that to like some of the people that come up.
I'm gonna just spritz you, just like, and spritz you with a foul-smelling odor that hopefully makes you sneeze.
I'm not even saying about Talos, God! Sir!
He wants it happy and...
I'm so happy I according to Bella, she's the horny goddess. What do you want from me?
The horny goddess.
She's the goddess of love and beauty and the...
Honestly, he has a point. I met this girl once, really into her, did some things to me I'll never forget.
Mm-hmm.
But she's the priestess of
Debella.
Debella.
No, she was the daughter of a priest.
Those are the kinkiest ones.
Oh, God.
And so the platters of food begin to diminish, and the party grows a bit more raucous and loud as the drinks are flowing more freely.
Throughout the night, Deez is gonna take like bouncer duties, and if anyone gets a little bit too drunk, like, all right, buddy, that's enough, and just out.
And so after about an hour, the Jarl stands again and raises his hand, and the quiet takes a bit longer to wash over the crowd, but it does.
We'll imagine.
It does eventually, aside from a few coughs and sniffles. And now we begin the sacred procession to carry Jaslad to his final resting place. If you would all follow me and your Thanes, the Dragonborn, we shall find him his final resting place.
Did you want to carry him or did you want help? Both of you, Azalea or Ruyan.
I
would
wouldn't
like
have
help.
the strength.
Okay.
So I will...
4 guards step up, one on each corner, and they take him with a deferential nod to you.
Okay. I'll leave it be because I'm just going to throw that whole fucking balance right off.
Good plan.
Do you need me to carry anything else?
No, just come with us,
I'm
please.
sworn to carry your burdens.
You're sworn to help us. You don't need to carry anything else.
How's Lydia doing?
You don't spot her in the crowd. She might be there, but there's a lot of people.
I'm gonna take up a position right behind.
Right behind the procession, I will stand abreast with you and just reach out my hand if you want to hold my hand.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk through the courtyard, you are greeted with the unfamiliar sound of silence, as Heimskir is not proselytizing.
Oh lord, he's gonna be at the thing.
The streets are all pretty well bare aside from the people following behind you, and a few guards at their various posts throughout town.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is fucking solemn.
I'll be at like the front of the thing with like the book and the thing.
Where's
and the,
do I
That little
see
smoking thing.
do
the
I
sensor.
see any minstrels? Like, do we have any happy people like like
Music.
a bard or something following us?
There were certainly a few at the party, and you look around, sort of looking through the crowd, you can spot them.
Can I make a roll for it?
Oh,
Or-
no, you just spot them, that's
Okay.
fine.
So I'm just gonna be like, I'll be right back. And like when I notice the comm, I'm just gonna like go over, hand them 10 gold, be like, some happy walking music, please.
Very well, miss. Yes.
Ants go marching two by two, hurrah, hurrah. Like, how far are we gonna walk? You know, there was a back entrance we could have gone out of.
We'll go ahead and say y'all crossed the river and are traveling around the city.
Like, I know we're in a big crowd and everything, but I'm just gonna let you know I'm a little uncomfortable being out here without my gear.
That is fair. I will cast mage armor on you.
Oh, no, that's fine. I'm just kind of...
It's still there.
Thank you. I meant more like the stabbing variety. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I can throw spells if need be.
I have a present for you once we have done this.
Okay.
I think the pair of you are going to be an entertaining duo.
What, me and him or me and her?
Oh,
Me and you.
all.
Yes.
You are going to throw a wrench in the dynamic. And it may be a very lovely wrench.
The procession continues up the increasingly difficult terrain, losing some particularly drunken stragglers along the way. But the four guards are able to finagle the coffin up and up until you finally reach this secluded little spot in between two great stones under the wall, facing the throat of the world and with a great view to the east. It is here the Jarl stops. He sort of takes a spot here to the side, gestures for the rest of you to stand on the stone platform here, as the four guards carry him up to the prepared burial plot.
Oh, that's what they were waiting for an hour for. Yeah, fair enough.
And Heimskir comes up through the crowd and takes his place up against the wall.
The competing holy men.
Something like that.
Can I give Heimskir like a look and be like, don't you fucking dare. This is his time to shine. Don't you fucking dare. And I'd like to try to coerce him with intimidation.
Without words? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, do you have that intimidating glare feat?
Intimidating presence.
I do have intimidating presence.
That's a sick one.
I can use my physicality for intimidation, so it loses the auditory trait. So may I try to coerce him?
You may.
Okay, that's going to be 29.
For attempting to coerce him non-verbally, I'm going to say that you make him uncomfortable, but your meaning is not exactly known. You're just a big guy giving him the stink eye, as far as he's concerned.
Fair enough.
So, the crowd gathers in silence.
At the burial. Ladies and gentlemen, what
is death?
Oh. Heimskir!
The beginning of new life. What is life but the journey towards death?
Do you...
I lean down, Sigmund, do you want me to make him stop?
Heimskir, thank you for the lovely introduction.
I will just go and put a hand on Heimskir's shoulder and look at him. Not now.
Thank you, Heimskir, for the lovely introduction. Good folks of Whiterun, we are gathered here now to lay Gislad, a friend, a lover of some, a lover of many, into the earth. And I would lead us all in prayer as we commend his body to the earth. We hail Akatosh, his kingdom cometh. The realm of Sovngarde of the dead shall riseth again, and life shall be endless. Hail Arkay, the father of the eternal sky, and the blue-eyed ward. Hail, Hail Talos, who dwelleth in... That's in Old Norse. Who dwelleth in Aetherius, the mighty hammer he throweth down with heaven fire, and smiteth the hell shades, and delivereth from the forces of evil.
Smiteth.
Hail Mara, mother of us all, the birth giver, and the instructor with the life, greeteth and smileth upon us. Hail Debella, who maketh our folk eke, and the grower of life. And hail, what's one of the freaking Stendar, the man of the mountain who liveth in the snow, and who guides all of us to mercy and grace. And I just kind of gesture to the guys as they want to, if they want to begin like lowering him down.
As they
I do hip hip hurrah, and I cast fireball into like the sky, like as high as it can go, and I'm channeling as much. Like I am trying my hardest to channel to make it look more like present day fireworks. So like sparks and pretty and happy and.
As the flames reacheth to the sky, so we know that Jaslad's soul winds its way to Aetherius, down the paths of warm sands to the homes of his ancestors. And I'll take I'll scoop the first thing of earth, and I invite anyone now who would like to speak to do so. And I look at Heimskir like, anyone but you.
The Jarl raises his sword to the sky and says, "To Jaslad, honored Dragonborn and Thane of Whiterun, 3 cheers. Hip hip,
Hurrah!
hip hip, hurrah! Hip hip, hurrah! And long live the Thanes of Whiterun.
Hail be to the Dragonborn!
Hip hip, huzzah!
Hip hip! Huzzah!
Hip hip, huzzah!
Boom! I only have 4. I only have 4 spell. Oh, hold on. No, I can
This is
also.
a 3rd level spell.
Upcast it to 4th.
Yep.
Yep, I'm gonna do so for us.
Sigmund just like puts his hand over his eyes and like, oh goddamn, that's gonna be bright.
I am just going to hold on. Yep, I cast it. Like the first 3 for Gislad are a little bit smaller. The next 3 for the current Dragonborn, it's like a finale. I'm going for a big finale because I had to upcast the spell.
With this, the Jarl sheathes his sword, and you see 2 people leave the procession somewhat unceremoniously before the rest of the group. You see Lydia, and dragging behind her, a young man of about 5'2", blonde hair, very, very faint facial hair, just like the lightest blonde soft hair dusting scattered across his face, in fine clothes, just sort of being dragged behind her.
She's going to make a man out of him.
Let's get down to business.
To defeat
your virginity.
the Jarl.
We went in 2 different spots there, honey.
All right. And as the moment passes, the crowd begins to disperse and make their way down the treacherous terrain, and the guards continue on with the finishing of the burial.
I'm gonna. I assume there's like, wooden things around. Like, is there? No, I guess there wouldn't be up here. Like, can we say I brought a thing for a marker?
Yes.
Karen?
Oh, I was just gonna put like, until we get like rocks and stuff up here, I just want there to be like a little, not cross, but. And I'll carve it in like Nordic runes. Like a post, and then you write from top to bottom. Well, that'd be sick.
Okay.
Very good. At this point, it's beginning to get dark outside.
Well, I'm on duty until you guys want to end this party, so...
Well, Dees, as it happens, I have a gift for you as you will enter into the service of these fine thanes.
Oh,
If you'll come with me, I mean, they all come with me back to our home before we return to the festivities.
Are the I just looked to the Jarl who is still with us.
As the crowd disperses, he's escorted back by his guards.
Before he goes, I'll be like, I'll just a quick
Party over?
What's the procedure? Does it continue on? Does it, I don't know.
At this point, the festivities continue privately.
Okay. Thank you very much for hosting us. It's been greatly appreciated.
Well, perfect. We can retire to our home in town, and I have a present for you.
cool.
Drop a few coins off with the Drunken Huntsman to get some good bottles of wine on
yes.
our way home.
Exactly what I was planning on doing.
Amazing!
I will get
Amazing.
some hunks of meat.
Yes.
I will make my grandmother's famous, infamous punch.
While they're doing all that, the Drunken Huntsman, Dees is actually going to go to his room that he rented there to grab the rest of his gear he had left behind.
Okay.
Yes, because you do stay with us now.
I would assuming so.
And you'll see him just walk up to her room and come back down with a very large backpack on. And you will notice, being a man of military descent, it is one of those packs that's specifically put together for traveling soldiers. So it has straps,
Frame and the straps.
a frame, and straps for holding weaponry and stuff. And specifically, you'll notice the one strap that goes along the back to hold a shield.
Ah, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
So when he comes down, you see what appears to be like a normal steel shield, but much larger to fit my frame. So it'd be like a tower shield for you.
Hell yeah.
So,
This will work,
And
actually.
then a bunch of armor underneath one arm going, I can't fit it in the bag.
that's fair. On the way through here, we have seen 2 light bugs and 1 lunar moth. May I have the 2 torsos of the light bugs and the 2 wings of the lunar moth?
Yes.
Thank you!
So you're just gonna pick all of Skyrim clean before we're done with all this?
Well, not the weirdest thing I've seen.
No, I imagine not.
Just so that everybody... I'm also picking up some lavender on the way through, if that is okay as well, because there's a lot of lavender on the road. And I have the forager feet, so we will not go hungry.
Well, they wanted to stop in and get some meat from the Drunken Huntsman.
Yes, well, I'm just saying that, on the road.
We'll take all of it. I gesture toward the meat.
Elrin dear, guess this is my last night here. Bye.
That is a terrible shame. Are you with our Dragonborn friends now?
Momentarily, I think. They're hiring me to not kill things.
No, I think to kill things. I think that was the order of it. Also,
Not us. To keep us alive. Help keep us alive.
Dearest Rosalia, Iruian, I'm terribly...
Oh yes, I'm a Rurian. I know I look different.
Yes, I got that impression from when you were giving a speech at the
Right,
funeral.
I'm sorry. It's been a 24-hour period.
resurrection is a hell of a thing.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to explain this to my mom.
My deepest of sympathies to you, Gislad, was certainly the life of the party, and, a good friend, I think I should say.
Yes.
That he was.
What brings you to my fine establishment this evening?
I'm just grabbing my shit.
He just walks off.
Yeah.
We are going to continue the festivities privately, and would like some meats and some wines.
Well, you can consider it my humble contribution to the memory of Gislad and to the fine work that you all have been doing to protect all of us. And he goes into his storeroom and he pulls out a barrel almost as big as this and sort of rolls it out into here. And he says, "This is one of my favorite spiced ales, and I think that it would have delighted Gislad.
Good spiced ale is what I am looking for today.
You
Might
take
be
this,
obliged. And I'm like,
and if someone else can take the other end of the spit, we can carry the whole thing over to your home, and you can take the lot. I'll keep the stews for any patrons that
Of course. Yes, we don't want to completely wipe you out. That would be unfair. Yes. Is there anything else? Oh, seeing as I did something and now the thing is frozen. Okay, seeing as how we are collecting a variety of different trinkets here from our fallen and companions and the different dragons, would you like to display a creation of Gislad's? It's a flute. You may want to blow on it outside of the city just so that a drunk person doesn't come along and blow into it and cause sparks. Or would you like me to do that and then it's a flute of sparks just with no charge?
I shall take it as it is and display it in a place of high reverence and high altitude.
Good plan. Very good plan.
And I think it was this wall that's been coated in Dragonborn stuff. I'm going to affix a platform for it on the beam above the wall there, where it can be seen.
But not heard?
Yes, but also, quite safe.
Good plan.
It's so funny because I was gonna talk to you about finding something of Gislad's that we could leave as a memory here.
I am so sorry. I should have asked you first before just...
Oh no,
Was
we
that
seem
perfect?
to be like mind melding today. So
It's almost like we're mother and daughter.
no
Yes.
way.
plot twist.
So, I presume you'll take one end of the spit just
Yeah.
to help him carry
I
it.
just got it on my shoulder. I'm holding it away from the pretty dress.
And as you bring it into your home, it takes a minute to sort of figure out what you're going to do.
I drag the weapon rack over and put one end. I grab the over if you
Yeah,
turn
just
around.
turning it a little bit. One end on the rack, one end on the shelf. It's
There you go.
Perfect.
seated there just fine. So,
And then
alright, I have to get back to my
Establishment,
patrons
of course.
before they.
Burn the place
Gone
down.
with everything.
You understand.
Nice place you got here.
Thank you.
It's
yes.
not as homely yet. A little bit more money into this place would probably be a good thing.
Yes, these, I do have that gift. I promise you I'm going to go up and rummage through my things. And I'm going to bring out that Chisamir. That great...
Chrysamere.
Yeah. Is it Chrysamir?
Yeah.
And I will present it to
Oh.
these.
Thank you kindly.
What?
It is a great sword.
I can tell that. Not to sound.
Ungrateful.
Thank you. That's the word. Not really much one for using two hands on a weapon.
No, I figured that you could use it with one hand given your stature and then use your shield in the other.
Not a bad idea, but don't be disappointed if I don't wield it right away.
No, that's fine.
Nice ceremonial piece.
It's yours to use. I have my flail, which reminds me I need to get the shield in the morning.
He takes the sword and just kind of like puts it on the weapon rack.
As you file in and settle down, Igvald is just awestrucken at this person that stands 2.5 feet taller than he does.
You may very well have to sleep on the floor on the bedroll. I apologize. We don't really have the bed space for.
I just look at him and go, do you honestly think I have found a bed that fits me in all of Skyrim yet?
Hold on. And I walk over to the back where Gislad has performed this before. And I take out his book, flip to the page that has Cozy Cabin on it, and
and I cast Cozy Cabin.
Do you have the spell slots after doing Fireball so many times?
Yes, I do, because I have 4 spell slots, and I made sure to save one.
Aw, shucks!
When did you learn that?
On the level up that just happened?
On level up, you can retrain your known spells.
I
She can't have learned it from the book, but she can.
Yes,
Flavor it that
I'm
way?
flavoring it as I'm using. He had a piece of wood that he unfolded. I'm using the book as my focus.
I was actually asking as Lazalia.
Yes.
Oh, shade!
Yes.
You broke her immersion!
I'm sorry. It was upon his passing. I don't know if you felt it too, but waking up this morning, I had a larger breadth of magic essence that I could tap. And one of my spells I really haven't been using. So I decided to take it in honor of him. Plus, it means that we have a good place to sleep.
That's very sweet.
As the Cozy Cabin unfolds, it remains true to your memory of the additions that Gislad had gradually built up within it. However, this time, it comes with one new addition. On the far end to the left side is a hammock that stretches from one wall all the way across to the one opposite it, which is 10 feet, I think.
How considerate.
Oh, that looks lovely. Who's that for?
You.
Oh,
It's not a bed, but it's the next best thing.
that'll do for me. Thank you kindly.
It also has a slit cut just below half length for your tail.
Looking even better.
He kind of like puts it out, lays down, and you'll just see the tail start going. So
Like
it
a
starts,
contented cat.
yeah, so it just rocks myself back and forth, like rubbing against the floor.
Well, seeing as I don't suspect our dear Lydia will be joining us tonight, really until the morning, I suspect.
Here, upstairs on the floor. Thud, thud, thud.
Question.
Oh, please, God, miss! Please, God! No, stop! You've shattered everything! My bones! My other bones!
Question for the GM.
Yes.
Because it's sort of filling in the space for extra sleeping as how it was denoted previously. Is that similar? And like, can I go to the, or am I stuck in the area?
It unfolds a bit like a dollhouse, where one side is completely open and accessible.
Okay. So there is still the fire there, and I am going to go. No, I have to kind of stay here within the parameters of the spell, otherwise it collapses, as you know. Now you know. So,
Can you do me a favor if you're gonna do that? Can you like warm me so I can get out of the hammock first?
100%. I'm not just gonna walk out or.
I have fallen on this head before. It gets stuck in places.
Oh no.
Alright, as the horns.
Yeah.
So I unfurl my little capelet from the dress, and out comes.
What the fuck is that?
Was my first question. You want to know how I lost that finger?
Did you poke it?
No.
He scolded it aggressively, so it was his fault. He used to be
Oh,
this
that's
big,
my fault.
like a couple of weeks ago,
Oh. Hi.
minus the wings. His name is Parthenax.
Hi,
and
Parthenax.
He is very interested in you, and he's all looking you up and down and flicking his tongue out and sort of sniffing very closely.
I'll just lean down and look him in the eye. As long as you don't confuse me with food, we'll be fine.
Not food.
Nope.
Not food. You don't bat an eye with the fact that he speaks?
Well,
I just look down.
Fuck, I haven't been drinking that much. What the fuck?
How make warrior?
Are you asking me how I'm... What?
How to become like he's. Do you have much experience with children?
Surprisingly, yes.
He's looking to you.
As a role model, apparently.
Oh, you're just the cutest little thing.
And I'll just scoop him up and start like cradling him.
As he is being cradled in the hammock, you find that he's not terribly smaller than Dee's at this point. The tip of his nose, if it's right here on his chest, his tail is extending past the end of the hammock and sort of like hitting the wall and curling onto the floor.
Oh, you're just a big boy, aren't you?
I'm going to get changed.
You're such a cuddly boy, aren't you? Just.
He settles in real good.
Oh, he's so warm.
He's a nice dragon.
But he's so warm.
Oh no, he breathes fire. He breathes fire. He breathes fire.
He's such a warm body.
He's a very good boy when he's not getting poked at. Also, he does have a tendency of eating all the food that is present in an area.
Here, one sec. Here.
And I'll just reach into my bag and I'll pull out this little dried piece of meat.
It's all I got left, and it's all yours.
Puts it on his snoot.
Enjoy it.
With the most restraint you've ever seen from him, the tongue curls out, grabs it, and just sort of.
Oh, such a gentle boy.
Yeah, freaking gentle.
He likes you.
He does more than me, it would seem.
I'm going to, before I drink anymore, I'm going to go hunting. Because our dear Parthenax will need some food.
Yes.
In the dark like this?
She can see in the dark, I think. Probably? You can see in the dark, can't you?
No. I think the only one of us who is able to see in the dark was Gislad.
Well, I'm going to get changed.
Parthena, we can hunt tomorrow on the road. It will be okay. I have the pet cache. He has enough food in there.
And the spit that's been.
I
over from the
don't
husband.
want him to eat everything on the spit.
Fair enough. Would
Well,
you like? I can't
promised
come
Lydia
with
I'd
you.
go with her, so.
Yes. If you're going hunting, can you keep an eye out for more of the... And I just, like, bring out the little glowy bug that's no longer glowing, and then...
Well, actually, you know what, Azalea? Do you want to go out, or are you just going out because it's your duty?
It is my way of connecting with him.
Do you want me to join you, or do you want me to give you some space?
It probably would be good not to be on my own.
That's why I'm offering.
Yeah, Lydia would not.
She would fucking
Lydia
murder.
would get very angry with all
Okay,
of
I'm
us.
sorry, big boy.
It's
You can
okay.
stay in my... No, you can stay in my bed. It's okay.
And I just shimmy off. Like, you know when you have a dog laying, you're like, gentle, just roll. Just roll.
You're fine.
You're fine. Don't move. You go play? No, stay. I'm just going to go pee. You go play? I follow you.
He does immediately jump off and follow. He, though being similar in size, is built entirely differently for being a quadruped.
Yeah.
His tail is much longer and thicker, and of course the webbing that he's starting to develop in his armpits is getting to be more substantial
All right.
as well.
I
Just give me a
will,
moment.
like, snap and be like, Parthenax, and I'm putting on my stern. You will listen to them. You can go with them if that is okay.
Is it okay for him to walk through the town?
It's fine. The problem is the fact that he just
Eats
eats everything in sight. So as long as he is
He's not going to freak the people out. Because he looks like a dragon.
like a dragon.
You know what?
Well,
I
you know,
think...
it's my time.
Parthenax, you're staying here with me. We will all be going to get... Yes, I'm very
Tell you
sorry.
what, I'll bring you back a treat. But only if you behave. Alright. We're not
Is
going
he
far, are
entering
we?
his angsty teen phase?
He's been in his angsty teen phase for a while with you.
He's
Right.
been in his toddler phase. But now he has a person, which leads me to believe that he's... Why can't that person ever be me? With the dogs, it's Daniel. With my familiar, it's Lorne.
Don't blame me. Blame the GM. It's all him again.
I'm the one missing the finger.
Exactly.
I need them
And?
not to remind. It hasn't grown.
It's growing
How long are we going
back.
out for? Like, do I need to pack gear?
No, just something to kill
Just for-
animals.
All right, I'll grab my.
others.
You'll see him grab his shield and then reach into his pack and pull out his axe. Pulling out from his pack is actually, you'd probably recognize the make. It's an orcish axe.
Oh hell yeah, brother.
But seeing how he's a bit larger, he didn't custom one that was big enough to be proper proportions. It is the same normal size, small, but he grips it high up on the grip, so it's more like a brass knuckle for him, with the haft coming out a little bit out the end. So he can like go grab it normally, but he chokes it up a bit more and has a bit more of a just across his knuckles.
Nice. Cool. Like it.
Yigvald, if they're going out, would you be a din? Can you put that pot of water? I gotta get the bathtub out.
As you wish, my lord.
I'm so sorry.
I was making the bath for you, for crying out loud.
I can't leave here.
He's gonna
What?
bring it to you.
No, the tub is going in your room. Yigvald is gonna put the water on, and I'm gonna carry the freaking bathtub
Wait,
out.
hold on.
Yeah.
Just lad. Did the bath have magic water?
We never had a bath in ours, did we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you put a bath in yours.
I can't remember putting a bath in ours.
I remember you taking a bath, whether or not that was one of the additions or not.
Yeah, I don't think
Because
it was
I'm
my
pretty-
additions. I'll have to double check.
I'm pretty sure that you encased it with like.
Let me just double check.
Oh wait, you can press to digitate the water. Yigvald, scratch the boiling. Just get the water out of the well, please. I'm gonna drag the tub upstairs.
I have.
I can't go
Needlework, rocking chair,
upstairs.
Technicolor drapes, china cabinet, dining
She
table,
cast Cozy
alchemy
Cabin.
table, slaughter.
I cast
fish
cozy
mount,
cabin.
bath- Yeah, there's a bathtub.
Are you inside?
The cozy.
She cast a cozy cabin in the corner, which for us adds an extra utility room.
It fills
Oh,
this space.
sorry.
with
That
like,
back room is now the cozy cabin.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a bathtub.
You're right. She
So
hit.
you can see me. It's okay, Igvald. Does it magically like water? Or
Oh yeah,
does it get-
100%. It's a claw tub.
Okay, so it just turns on.
Oh, never mind then.
I'm good, thank you.
We can all have baths later.
We can all have baths.
But remember, there's no sectional room, so it's just.
No.
I'll get the sheet.
Well,
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
actually, yeah, that would be nice.
You just get like a couple of daggers and just jam it up into the ceiling.
So, me and Lazalia go out into the night. Well, as we're hunting together, I just go,
So, you're my new thing. Cool, 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 cool.
I've got my bow out. I'm ready for anything.
Yep.
Do you know what happened to my last one?
Nope.
Oh, they're dead.
They? More than one?
No, singular. They just didn't want to go as male or female. They just want to be neutral.
Okay. So are you telling me that you're shite at your job? And...
A little bit.
Okay.
And that's why I'm offered to help Lydia, because, like, let's face it, I gotta be good for something.
Well, I gotta tell you, you are not instilling confidence.
Oh, I
in
know
me
what?
at the moment.
I'm not supposed to. I'm just here because I was asked to. And I am telling you guys the limit of my capabilities.
and as we're having this conversation, like periodically I'll go, there's a deer right there. Like right there. You want to Can you see it?
Are you gonna be help or hindrance?
Oh, I'm probably gonna be a help. Maybe. Just depends.
You're very confident in your abilities.
Oh, 100% now. See, the problem is the people who boast about their abilities and just yell how amazing they are usually the ones that fall the most. If I set your expectations low, I can only go up from there.
Okay. Do you need any equipment before we head
No, I got
out?
everything. I just haven't gotten a chance to show you guys yet.
Okay.
Are you gonna shoot that deer right there, or are we just gonna keep having this awkward conversation?
I'm gonna shoot the deer.
Okay, cool. It's like right there, and I just point like in pitch black, right there.
Yeah.
No, a bit to your left.
And as you point, she just sort of like Hawkeye right between the eyes.
Cool. How many do we need to get of these? And I just pick it up.
You saw the size of them, right? I think we should get 2.
Yeah.
I want the antlers separate, please.
We will do what we need to do with it.
By the way, you're a good shot.
Thanks.
Please don't shoot me.
I'll try not to.
Because, like, if I'm gonna be completely honest, when I agreed to help Lydia, I didn't realize I was signing up to help the fucking Dragonborn. Like, that was not told to me. So I signed up to save the world, so I apologize if I seem a little... The fuck?
I apologize.
Well, you know, we'll get you working with Lydia a bit and hone your skills up. She's really good.
Good to know.
And while they're out hunting and Ruian's having a bath, Sigmund's just like man-spreading in that high-backed chair there with the goblet
Yeah.
of wine just like in front of the fire, and his flail is just on the table like, I'm still on duty.
These nuts roasting over an open fire.
He's not wearing boots. He's just got his bare feet, baggy pants. He's basically in like sweatpants and a sweatshirt.
Ziggy!
What?
I need a refill. My hand pokes out from behind the
Curtain?
curtain.
And you hear like the chair move. Thump, 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 thump. Pours-
Thank you.
Parthenax is drinking your bathwater.
Yoshi did that to me the other night. I was sitting in the bath. It's like, dude, gross. It's meat flavored water.
Meat flavored water! Meat flavored water! 5 cents! Get the taste of my armpits!
Ah, yes.
And just like if he drinks a whole bunch of it, I'm just
More!
up the water as need be.
Feels like one of those infinity stews.
Except you're the stew.
And when I'm nice and pickled, in more ways than one, I will get up out of the bed. I will kind of go like, whoo! That water, the warm water and the alcohol makes it worse.
Do you need a towel?
Nope. Walk out.
Oh, hi. Hi.
And I get into bed.
Just kind of like tuck his tunic down further. Goblet.
Yeah.
Ruian, do you need anything before bed?
No.
Okay.
She is actually going to sit butt-ass naked in front of the little fireplace that is in the cozy cabin section. And she is going to rummage through her component pouch.
That's not where I thought it was going!
Rummage through her component pouch because it was put there for a reason to remind her. Brings out, I mean, like in game it's one death bell, but I'm imagining that it's like several death bells, like a little bouquet is one component worth of death bell. And you just start seeing her throwing them on the fire, one petal by one petal, casting ever so slowly, and her voice getting ever so menacingly. Just like horror and like just anger and rage and anger and rage and sadness. And the last thing that you hear to close off the spell is the name of Alduin. And then she gets up, goes to bed.
I think if with me seeing this going on, I would approach and put my hand on her shoulder.
We'll say you've returned about halfway through her casting.
How many deer/elk do we come in with?
You got 2.
And
You got good
Sigmund's
eyes.
just like awkwardly
He's a
sitting in
good
front of the
shot.
fire. She's naked back there!
Wow, he is young. He can't handle a naked body. Hi, Ruian.
I am again, that sort of like two-tonal voice, a little bit more clear now,
Does she want to keep the horns?
and just
I just put the horns next to you.
Who's your good boy? Party? Who's your good boy? Who is the menacing one of the night?
And I just feed him the deer.
It's like a wood chipper.
He has very short legs, all things considered, so he rears back on his two legs propped up with the tail, and like these two kind of flailing. But his mouth is enormous. I'd say it's bigger than this pot when opened wide. And so you can just about like lower the deer carcass in there, and he just takes it off a quarter at a time.
You see, I'm not going to be that nice to him. I'm going to rip off chunks and feed it to him bit by bit.
Oh, he is all over that.
Just,
Yeah.
there you go.
Just like
There you go.
bite, toss back, swallow, swallow.
Yeah.
Next one, bite, toss back, swallow.
He's a good boy. You don't want to choke on the bones. You're like, drink the marrow, drink the marrow.
So I need you to roll, because it's a 10-minute casting, target one creature who is range planar on the same same plane as I am. Saving throw will, please.
Do I recognize this casting?
You may roll Arcana.
Or occultism, maybe?
And I have a question for you, because it does say that if you know the target only by name and you've never met them, the target gets a +4 circumstance bonus to the will save. But I do have that connection according to Parthenax through my magics
And we also
to Alduin.
You also met them in.
And yes.
That's
I've
an
met him.
even 20.
I saw something weird the other day. It was like, it doesn't make sense that non-wizards would name their spells. Like, they don't learn from learning, and then someone's response was, yes, but wizards
Oh, wait, no. I was reading that
are
wrong.
those kinds of nerds that would name other people's spells. Therefore, everything's named because wizards are that big of nerds.
17. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses.
Yeah, with the 17, you're not confident in what the spell is, but you can tell it's a spooky spell.
You can tell the intent, because like the fire, it's death bells, so they're like a purple flower.
Turning the fire like black purple.
A little bit, yes, and then the smoke is kind of purple and hazy around me, and as soon as the casting is finished with the name of Alduin, it like flashes back to its normal color, and the smoke like dissipates.
I kind of like look. I look
There
back
goes
at the sound of the fire flash. I'm like, oh right, she's still like.
Okay, what was the save for that?
Save is
Will.
29. Will.
Okay, it is a critical success.
Oh goddamn.
Or sorry, no. No, sorry, not a critical success for you, a critical success for him.
Yeah, that's why she's going,
Oh fuck. Do I know this?
Sorry, regular success and critical success, and
'Cause
you don't really know.
29 is my DC for the spell.
Yeah,
That means
no.
he rolled better than 39.
Yes. No, I know.
Or a natural 20 in the die.
Yes.
Either or.
Yes. That's fine. I'm just
Probably
wondering.
natural 20. He's about to get that roll high.
I'm just wondering if I know, because
Then he's immune.
critical success target suffers no adverse effects and is temporarily immune for 1 week. So do I know?
You won't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
But if it helps you sleep at night.
Oh yeah, it does.
All right.
I am casting some massive negative juju in the way of the bastard who's made this path a mandatory thing.
Ryan, would you like some more wine?
Voice cracked and everything. Have you not seen a naked woman before?
Shut up!
I will strut over in this body that I still don't feel like is mine and go, yes, actually.
Oh, hot!
Did you just come out of the car?
No! Oh!
Shattered spine.
Ah, Parthy! Oh!
Hold on.
Or you could come to.
Oh, my tail! Oh, I can't.
up, it's like bent
Hold on.
90 degrees.
Hold on, I would have been going. You were in the cozy cabin.
Yeah, I was laying in bed with Parthy.
Would you have noticed?
I literally had one request. One request.
Would you have known and said any? Like, would you have seen me and said anything?
No, I was playing with Parthenax.
Fuck.
Standing
Ow.
there with you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I had put my hand on your shoulder.
Right. I would have gotten up and been like, "Oh right."
And she's like, where are you going?
Oh, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Yes, I am the most
And he's
comfortable
gonna
man in the
he's gonna,
world.
get the wine and sort of eyes down,
Oh, jeez.
pour the wine.
Maybe he's into dudes instead.
Makes me want to strip because he's so uncomfortable.
I'm all for this. If this is the initiation process, I'm okay with this.
I'm sure that just lad would be laughing right about
And you
now.
just hear the goblet that was on the thing put back on the thing, and just a whole bottle of wine. Funk.
Sigmund Arudian sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. First comes love, then comes marriage, and then comes an egg in the baby cage.
I will do ghost sounds and just make happy rumbles, like a bunch of giggling laughter.
Ruin question. You don't make eggs, do you? I know you're in a new body and all, but that's not how that works, right?
From what I know about orcish physiology,
It's like regular stuff, right?
it's like regular stuff.
Okay.
Well, isn't that just...
Actually, question.
Yo.
I have heard from Gel relatives that not Gel, from Argonian relatives. Sorry, pardon me with the blah, blah. It's the alcohol, and that spell took a lot out of me. Just wanting to. The eggs happen in the most, not beneficial, the most correct environment, and then when you're not in that most correct environment, it's more of an internal process, isn't it?
Other way around.
Other way around. So
Natural births only happen in Black Marsh, where the young ones, when they come out, are in an environment that's wet, moist, and can keep them from drying out.
fair.
Those born outside of Black Marsh are laid by egg, so they can
Okay.
develop long enough to survive and then come out. There's also many people who say that any Argonian born outside of Black Marsh has no soul, but don't listen to them.
That's just rude, and I don't believe that for 1 second.
It's tradition. We get our soul from the Hist. An Argonian who's never drank the sap of a Hist doesn't have a soul.
I don't. Well, I believe that everybody. Religion is religion.
It's a bit more than religion for us.
That's fair. It's fair.
Ruyan,
Yes.
before you, I assume, go to bed, I want to have a bath as well. So, but I would like to, have some lavender or something.
Yeah, of
in it.
course, of course, of course.
Also, I just want to point out real quick, don't go asking people if they are natural born or egg born.
I have no intention of it. It was just one of those things where I was like, hold on, wait a second. Am I remembering things correctly? It's like,
Because, I just want to mention it because it's not like a horrible taboo. If you, ask them, they're going to murder you on the spot. But it'd be like if I went up to Sigmund and, hey, are you cut or uncut?
Well, and traditionally, in the
See how you got all
traditions,
awkward and weird
we
about it?
are
And
left
try to-
as Talos made us.
So your granddaddy looked at your dick and said it's small enough as it is and didn't cut more off?
He turns around and realizes Ruyan's still naked.
I'm just.
It is
gonna
as
get in the
Talos
tub.
made it.
and I make it like a lavender and clove. A nice, soothing, but sort of spicy and warm smell.
Also, for your information, Talos does not require celibacy. Why did I say that out loud?
And while facing her.
And what?
I think he likes you.
You should have seen it when I had a body that could change shapes and I turned into him but a girl.
It was weird. Arousing, but weird.
Was he contemplating if it was gay, if it was like masturbation, if it was himself?
No, because it was still me, and I didn't turn into him. I turned into what
A female
him, but
version.
female.
Okay, when you say him, do you mean like him race or him person?
Him race.
Oh, then that's just
Like a Nord female that looked very, very similar to him, but like more of like
Feminine?
yeah,
It
softer.
was the worst combination of my sister and mother I've ever seen.
Except you still got aroused.
I was confused.
That's a bit of a Freudian slip. Slip it in,
Anyways,
ding.
slip it in, did?
Slip it in, damn.
This is not High Rock. We don't do that in Skyrim. We have standards.
You know, when Lydia asked me to join a group of people to help them out, I thought you were all gonna be a bunch of people stick up their asses like her. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Stick up her ass. That's not the only thing that's gonna be
Wait a
honest tonight.
minute. We
She's-
don't talk about Lydia like that.
She's rigid. She is.
And she looks like she's
But-
gonna have a fun time regardless tonight.
I say it with complete and utmost respect for the woman. She's one of the few people in this world who's actually bested me in combat, so my hats goes off to her.
I don't see you as the type to wear hats, though.
Oh, wait till tomorrow.
So just like periodically, I'll just be reading a book kind of by the fire, and I'll just like periodically recast the prestidigitation to make sure that the snoofs remain until you're done, and when you're done it's like, all right, that was a very interesting sentence or two. I'm going to bed.
I thought
In
you were
all
just
honesty?
gonna put lavender and clove into the.
I don't have
She doesn't have cloves. She picked some lavender.
For
But she was
record,
I'll put the waste
prestidigitating
of-
the
If
scent.
you spend some time reading through Jaslad's book, there's very little actual writing. A lot of diagrams, like
There's a lot of diagrams.
like schematic corridor diagrams.
Yeah,
So like
schematics.
magical runes written out. Like it is actually surprisingly in depth the amount of like math behind the magic. It wasn't just like my expression, thoughts. It was actually like breaking down magic into its base forms and schematics.
And I assume naked
With
ladies.
tiny
and
little
dragons.
little dicks in the corner.
Of course.
Was there, like, if you had to continue the page, was there one dick on the first one, 2 on the second, 3 on the
It was
third?
more
It was an
like
arrow.
like an arrow of a dick, but like the end was cut off, and you'd flip it over, and there would be the head, so you have to go. And then sometimes you'd flip a page, there'd be a dick on one side, like as a profile view, looking right at you, and then like the vagine on the other side, so you can go.
All right.
So, I
Oh, goodness.
think Irian is getting cozy in bed. Sigmund is standing guard.
Yes, he is.
Lasalia is enjoying her bath before bed, and Parthenax is snuggling Dees in his hammock. I think that is a great point for us to leave off, and we will pick things up in the morning with more adventure.
Adventure.
No more death.
Yeah, we've had enough funeral episodes now. We can go ahead and do something else if you guys are cool with that.
I would love
Love-
that. We should do that soon.
Love to.
All right, everybody. We love you. Nobody die. Or Sigmund's coming for you. I'm gonna orate at your funeral so hard everyone's gonna hate you.
Unless you die.
Hey,
All right. So, thank you for joining us.
It's okay if he dies, he's not one of the dragons.
shut up.
Hey, neither am I.
That probably means
Kill
he
me, I got
won't
fun.
die.
Oh god.
Kill me, I got 4 more ready to go.
Oh god.
We will see you next week, and we'll give Dees his trial by fire then.
Yes.
Until next
I'll
time.
roast his nuts.
Until next time, we love you. Have a great night, and
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.